Elara Voss was 23, poised at the edge of possibility when the invitation arrived. The Prestige Hair Gala sought mystery transformation models, selected for dramatic, uncompromised reinvention. Candidates signed anonymity clauses, creative surrender forms, and the boldest line of all. Final result determined by wheel of cuts. Model must accept fate-selected style. Elara had signature hair, long blonde silk, dense, luminous, lightly honey-toned near the roots, platinum on the ends, falling past shoulder blades to the small of her back. Though admired often, she'd begun wondering what it might be like to be recognized for something other than length and color. The curiosity intrigued her more than the contract frightened her. She dressed thoughtfully, wanting her entrance to honor the scale of the event. She selected a long blue skirt, flowing, ankle-length, rich cobalt. The hem was trimmed with midnight leather scored with parallel etched lines like small roads circling a grand planet. The design made the outfit feel curated and runway-worthy without being overly loud. Her blouse was white, simple, feminine with relaxed sleeves. Her boots matte black to echo the leather accent. A thin silver chain at her neck caught the light without demanding attention. She brushed her hair slowly one last time in the mirror. It sighed through her palm like a living banner. "Nervous," she murmured to herself. "But curious," she added with a small smile. The transformation room was separated from the main hall, hidden backstage for model prep. She expected intimate glamour. What she found was scale. The door stood tall, theatrical oak. When she opened it, the room expanded upward like a skybox, ceilings soaring like a classical amphitheater. And in the exact center, slightly elevated on a circular stage, sat one hairdresser's chair. Black, vinyl, gleaming like architecture built for revelation. A single stylist awaited her. Archer Dane, late 30s, careful beard, calm charisma, dressed in fitted black, wrists soft clinking with thin silver bands. He greeted her with a professional warmth that steadied her nerves instantly. "Elara Voss," he smiled. "Welcome to center stage." She laughed quietly. "No easing into this, I see." Hair shows rarely do. A production assistant stepped forward holding a black PVC barber cape, heavy, glossy, dark as lacquered night glass. Across the front were bold block letters, "Hairdresser." As the cape settled over her shoulders, it gave a soft, luxurious crinkle, like costume armor forged from gloss. It draped weightily, unbothered by gravity, interior cool against her blouse. She looked down at the word printed across her chest. "That's a direct outfit choice." "Camera bold," Archer explained. "Symbol strong. You were part of the show, not near it." Her gaze flicked to the wheel now rolled forward beside the chair, a spinning wheel rig with transformation outcomes scribbled into daring segments. Ordinary cuts, brave cuts, bewildering cuts. And one small, unmissable segment. Elara's laugh burst outward before fear could speak. "Let's hope FATE picks something that still lets me shampoo tomorrow." Archer smiled. Even fate likes dramatic structure. She placed a steady hand on the wheel's rim and spin. The room cheered. Phones lifted. Documentary cameras rolled. The pointer spun dizzy revolutions before slowing, clicking, slowing. It landed. Elara didn't see where, because immediately after the spin, they blindfolded her. The cloth wrapped around her eyes was theater. Not punishment, not fear, but curated suspense. Even blind, she laughed, if a bit shakily. "Mystery haircut acquired, sight now pending." "You may laugh. It sells the authenticity," Archer replied near her ear, fastening microphones at her neckline. "And now we begin." Elara didn't know fate had chosen the boldest segment, but the audience did. The suspense wasn't if something dramatic would happen, but how gracefully she'd carry the surprise. Archer began, not with cutting, but gathering, lifting her blonde curtain in both hands to display its scale like an offering to transformation itself. The hair pooled in loops and ribbons over his palms, Heavy, smooth, slightly cool from conditioning serum applied moments before. The room fell silent, scales tilted toward fate. Archer sectioned the first panel from the very back at her nape, just enough to start clean. He clipped the rest upward using metal salon clips that clicked softly. A low mechanical hum filled the room as the clippers started warming up on the nearby table. Elara arched a brow behind the blindfold. Oh ho, that's a hardware vibe, not a scissor whisper. This is a hair show. We broadcast everything, he replied, then pressed the blade gently to her nape. The clippers vibrated when first touching skin, low and sure. The blade cleared a slow-painted vertical strip upward from her hairline to mid-skull. A ripple of sensation traced her spine. Not fear, but first-contact novelty. New air soon followed the blade, brushing cold at the revealed skin of her neck. She shivered, goosebumps rising along the newly cleared zone. Oh, my neck feels like it just signed freedom papers. The audience laughed with affection. Archer shaved another pass beside the first, creating symmetrical plowed lines into her long hair. Then another. Golden blonde strands began raining like harvest wheat, snaking in pale loops onto the black PVC curtain draped across her lap. Clip by clip by clip, section by section, he released more hair into the blade, each new fall heavier, longer, more dramatic. The sound was constant. Deep mechanical buzzing mixed with the soft waterfall hiss of weight bubbling down around her shoulders. The floor quickly began collecting pale ribbons of former identity. Even blindfolded, she kept laughing periodically, voice thinning slightly as the shave climbed higher. Plot twist mother will adore is now brewing, I fear. Archer worked the sides next, clearing carefully around her ears, tilting her head gently. Blonde lengths drifted heavier now, soft silken cables falling toward the floor like lowered banners. One pass from the right temple to above her ear, then mirrored identically on the left. He cleared above ear crescents, then jawline edges. Her silhouette began shifting without her seeing. Air kissed new scalp, chills rising across it deliciously. Am I losing a respectable amount, or should I start drafting a villain monologue? She quipped, swallowing hard. You're losing a story's worth, he replied gently. He did not say more. Her hair, once a warm shield, was now terrain for unveiling. The clips on the crown and top were removed last. He placed fingers near her forehead, pulled the blade backward like a slow, deliberate plow from hairline to crown apex. That pass released the heaviest length of all. Hair fell in dual cascades to both sides of her face. Not chopped, not styled, but sliding alive off shoulders like collapsing wheat fields. The symbolic fall startled her fully this time. She gasped deeply. Oh my, plot! I hear hair founding new nations on the floor. I suspect we are not keeping length. The sudden recognition thrilled her, even behind the blindfold. We honor the wheel, Archer said again, and continued shaving. He shaved crown to near-bare softness, machine-overlapping strokes, clearing hair into pale ribbons, beige wisps, and tiny microflecks like golden snow onto her cape. Elara, thrumming with sensation and surrender, realized the show was beyond haircut now. It was reinvention. And the final phase was next. Assistant stylists brought forward a small bowl of warm, professional shave foam. White peaks like sculpted icing, scented with eucalyptus mint. Archer dipped a foam brush into it and began painting her scalp in slow circles, lather expanding over her head like soft meringue clouds. Elara sighed dramatically. Topping applied. Head now cupcake finished. I hope fate likes dessert aesthetics. He laughed quietly. Fate likes clarity. The razor was lifted next, a classic straight-edge hair show razor, long and slender, gleaming like silver punctuation inserted into a climactic rewrite. The razor reveal begins, he announced calmly. She inhaled deeply but nodded. Proceed, sculptor of destiny. He began at the very crown apex, pulling the razor downward slow. The blade made a gentle shk as it glided through foam. Unlike clippers, it was intimate and deliberate, like chalk pulled carefully across blackboard, writing her future outline as it erased the past. One pass, then another. Razor traveled vertically, diagonally, carefully wiping residue against a white salon towel between strokes. Each wipe had a firm snap, soft applause for closure. New skin pink unveiled beneath foam like dawn along horizon. Her head architecture fully revealed, smooth emerging terraces, gentle bone lines, identity-bare surfaces glimmering tender beneath professional strokes. Elara felt thrill rising as foam was cleared millimeter by millimeter, skin glowing not with sadness but anticipatory identity warmth. When Archer cleared the foam entirely, the final pass rounded the front hairline into nothingness. Clean, confident, feminine. The towel was placed on her scalp like a crown. The blindfold was removed. Brightness hit first. Stage lights blazed into gray eyes. Then the mirror, runway large, identity-sized, lifted before her. She saw the absence first, then herself inside it. Applause crashed like surf. Videographers captured authentic joy. Stylists cheered loudly. She ran a hand over her scalp. Soft, tender, perfectly smooth from razor polish. Slightly pink at the edges, but thrumming alive with sensation. "It suits you," Archer said quietly once more. "No," she replied, glowing, voice warm but sure. "I suit IT." And walked out for the main show reveal radiantly happy. It felt honest, liberating, confident. Hers, not borrowed by admiration for length anymore. She whispered softly before drifting to bed. The wheel was right.